Habit-Based Lifestyle Podcast. I'm your host, Jesse Ewell, and today we're going to be talking about the habit of stealing your energy. How often do you let people, stories, situations, or beliefs steal your energy? You see, one of the things and one of the habits that I've really been working on over the last 4 weeks is this idea of stealing your energy. And I've really been looking at this from a lot of different places, but from people, places, clients, money, even like my home and even my office. But just being aware of the surroundings and things or people or, whatever's in your environment that could possibly disrupt or steal your energy. You see, as a society, we are more distracted than we've ever been. And we have become slaves, literally, to electronics, to social media. We've become a victim, not only to our stories, but to our beliefs, to our work, and money. Think about how many times we worry about money. Think about how many times you worry about spending money on something that may be $100, $150, but many times you don't have that same fear or that same energy when it comes to something $1,000 or $1,500. So why is that? Well, this morning, I changed up my normal morning routine and I went surfing at 8 a.m. And so I decided to push my day out. Normally, I have everything done in the morning around 9, 10 o'clock. But today, I decided, hey, I'm going to go surfing at 8. And I ended up surfing till 10 o'clock. But as I was out surfing, some crazy thing happened. I didn't worry about my phone at all. In fact, I didn't think about work. I didn't think about money. I didn't think about what I'm going to post or comment about on social media. I didn't worry about what picture I was going to post. I was just present in the moment, and I was enjoying and being immersed inside of this surf experience in water. One of the things that I've really grown to love about surfing over the last 5 to 6 weeks is it feels a lot like meditation. I also get this huge endorphin rush, similar to when, maybe you run or do some type of cardio, but you just feel like you're in this flow of the ocean. It's something about the salt in the water, something about just being in the water, and then something about getting your heart rate up, getting your blood pumping, and just being immersed in water. But you know what's crazy is when you force yourself into waves, what ends up beginning to happen, and what I've seen myself, is when there's bigger waves, I kind of force myself into them, and a lot of times I get taken out. But when I stop resisting the waves and just submit to the ocean, I find this freeing flow, this free type of flow that I actually go into. And the reason why is, the energy from the ocean is so powerful. But when you meet force with force, I have zero match for the ocean. Now, no matter how much I can bench or how strong I am, the moment that a wave hits me, I'm no longer really in control. And I just have to submit. And inside of submitting, that I can find this place and this freeing place of flow. Now, this is the same as our energy. When I force my energy into something, I can meet all kinds of resistance. When I allow myself into the experience of life and energy, I find this sense of flow. You see, the feelings are completely different, though. Think about this. When I force myself into something, I automatically create a resistance. It's oftentimes labeled as hard. And then there's an amount of pressure that begins to build up. And as that pressure builds up, there's a small place and a small window that begins to open. This force I created, and it eventually will create even more resistance. It'll be even harder, and I'll say things like, man, that was really hard. I had to work through this. But when you're in this state of flow, flow creates this sense of freedom to express, freedom to open up, freedom to soften. And so as we think about these things, force, inflow, what is actually stealing your energy? So we're going to shift this conversation to toxic people in our lives who make life difficult, who may force things on us. Maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's coworkers. It could even be social media. But why do you continue to allow this to happen? Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it's a family member and you just can't get them out of your life. It's not easy to just say, hey, to your spouse, I don't really like your energy, you're toxic, so I'm just going to boot you out of my life. No. Many times we have to figure out a way to work with this person, or maybe it's a parent or family member, and it's not so easy just to be like, hey, I need you out of my life. But I'm going to give you some tools today to actually begin to work on this toxic person, these toxic people in your life, to begin to clear out these people who are stealing your energy and to be able to move forward and find a flow inside of these relationships. Now, if something is toxic, in order to make it clean or clear, we must begin to clean out the energy around the person, energy around our stories, our beliefs, and our feelings of this. So think about this. This person takes up energy. How I feel about this person and the story or beliefs I have about them, there's also an energy around that. And when these energies meet, whether you say this or not, they're both felt. And if you've ever noticed, you can be around maybe the house you grew up in, you can be around a place where something may have happened, you can be around a family member, you can be around your spouse and actually feel the energy without saying anything. Think about this. How many times in your life have you felt this weird sense of energy? And so if a toxic person is stealing your energy, it may be time for you to begin to flush out these stories, these beliefs about this person. So listen, this happens simply by just taking the time to begin writing down the stories and beliefs that you have associated with them. Getting clear on, why do you feel that they are toxic? Is there something that they've done to you? Is there something that they've done to someone else? Is there just a feeling that comes up? But whatever that is, just begin to write it down. Now, if you could improve your relationship with this person, where would you need to start? If you could improve this relationship, or if you wanted to improve this relationship, how would you actually start doing this? And the next thing is what would happen, or what would have to happen if you just told them how you simply feel? Like, think about how many times we hold back from saying how we feel to someone because we don't want to hurt their feelings. But here's the reality. Most people either know they have a problem with us or they have no clue. And I will say 50% of the time, it's probably 50-50. We do a really good job of putting on a show like there's nothing wrong. And then other times, it's like we can't hide it. But either way, there was always a risk. But what is more important? The truth is always the most important. The truth is the only way to maintain your energy and to eliminate whoever or whatever is stealing your energy. And sometimes the truth hurts as bad as holding it in, as much as anything else, as much as speaking. So they say the truth hurts, and maybe it does, but I don't think the truth hurts as much as hiding it and holding it in. And that's one thing that you have to think about, is if you're coming from a place of coming from your heart, I don't think it's as big of a deal as really hiding it and trying to pretend that it's really not happening. But if your goal is to protect your energy, then this is one of the only ways to actually help both of your energies, the person that you may have a problem with and your own energy. But today I want you to do this. I want you to make a list of toxic people in your life. Maybe it's your spouse, kids, parents, family, co-workers, friends, even people on social media. And just going through these list of questions, which I'm going to go through one more time. Why do you feel this person or these people are toxic? And if you could improve your relationship with them, how would you start doing that? What would happen if you just told them how you feel? And then this question really changes a lot. How have you shown up for them in your relationship? How have you actually shown up for them in the relationship? Yeah, that's right. Like, we're not going to play the victim in this. We're going to begin to take accountability and take responsibility for how we've shown up in this relationship. If you've shown up 100%, then you should have no problem saying how you feel. If you haven't shown up, then obviously there's a reason why, and there's a huge issue in that. And that may be the bigger reason why you're afraid to tell them. And then this last question, what do you ultimately want about the relationship? Because that's what really matters. What do you ultimately want out of that relationship, and how can you be committed to this? See, once you finish, you make this decision if you're going to actually talk to them, leave them alone, or just stop the relationship. I think either way, you choose those three decisions. I still think it comes up with a conversation, and I still think that matters for you and that person, whatever you choose. Now, listen, go back, answer these 5 questions, and I'm going to be back on next episode, which is going to be number 2 of clearing out this energy, clearing out this stealing your energy. And we're going to be working on, the next episode is going to be working on nutrition, diet, and things like that. So if you guys are looking to connect further with a group of like-minded people, join myself and so many others in my Habit-Based Lifestyle Secrets group on Facebook, where I'll be dropping daily habits to help you live to your full potential. If you want to be one of our next case studies and begin living this habit-based lifestyle, reach out to me, Jesse at habitbasedlifestyle.com. Please, if you're listening to this and you're finding some value, drop me a 5-star review and let me know how I can support you in your quest and keep people from stealing your energy.